working?
Yeah.
You go first.
I used to sleep in a room when I was like 2 or 4. I don't remember. Old enough to walk. Old enough to walk. And I used to sleep in my room. Now, I would always close the door because these little black figures would walk into my room and come straight towards me. And I wouldn't know what to do because I was only like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. So I didn't know what to do. And so I got up, I started walking towards it, and this is actually the direction it was, and my room is haunted, and yeah. So I put my hand straight through it, and it did nothing. So, and it felt cold. It was cold in there. So I didn't know what to do, so I just kept doing that repeatedly. And then when I did this on its head, it vanished into black dust. And that's all I have.
Oh God. Okay. Well, one time, we were actually having a party, and it was me and Wade. We were in the bathroom. We closed the door. We were trying to scare one of our friends named Hayden, but it didn't work out very well because I actually think my house might be haunted because we were like, so one of my mom's friends, Nikki's, always wears her hair up in like a really high bun, and we were saying, like, I was saying Hayden because I had a karaoke machine, but it was me and Wade in the bathroom. We had the lights off. I was against the door. All doors were locked. We were trying to scare Hayden because he was in my sister's room, which is in the garage, and he was walking by. And I kept saying his name like really like quiet. I was like whispering, and all of a sudden, me and Wade looked up to see like if we like could see Hayden's shadow, like if he was walking or not. But we ended up seeing like this really tall girl with her hair up and like a really high bun like Nikki's. But it wasn't Nikki. We opened the door and nothing was there. Like nobody went into Kenzie's room, nobody left. So, and it was just like this black shadow. And that night everybody already left, and again, I went in my bathroom. I turned the lights on, but then the lights turned off because the power went off, or the power went out. And the same exact shadow was there, still just standing there, like it was like trying to wait for me. So it was very scary.
You did that? Oh God! Why would you do that? Let me just tell you a story. It's not that scary. It doesn't involve any spirits. But so my brother, you've probably seen him in one of the other videos, but that I'm going to post very soon. And so we actually it's our first time at Tour Park wandering off from the park. And we stumbled upon a dried up waterfall, and it said literally, it had an X and it had a hiking person. So it said no hiking. And we were curious, and we said screw you to the sign. And so we were climbing up that waterfall. I have a video about it, but it's not like the same one. And it's not the same thing as this story, but me and my brother, I was like old enough to climb, and I was climbing, and it was the end of the waterfall, so I had to go on the side that was plain. There was nothing to grab on except for plants. And actually this happened, I forgot to tell Paisley about it, which is this one. And so we got to the top, but I almost fell down, And so once we got to the top, we were hiking and we saw everything. But I saw something peek behind a tree. And I didn't know what it was. So I went down there. There was nothing right away or anything. It was still behind the tree. When I looked behind the tree, nothing was there. Nothing. Literally nothing. What am I pointing at? Yeah, nothing. I'm not pointing at anything. And that's what was there. Nothing. It could have been just an animal that ran away and I didn't notice. But I was scared because I was only like kind of